Welcome to a game between Brian Freeman and he's starting Cloakybots and TheWarning. He's starting Cloakybots as well. So TheWarning, um, he requested this analysis, and you can see here start with a glaive for scouting. That's pretty nice to be able to see what factor enemies and maybe potentially force out some defenses or something. And he's going for a conjure as well, and that's good. Like, this map has a lot of economy. It has a lot of reclaim, like you can reclaim rocks. These rocks contain both energy and metal, so they're pretty good to reclaim. He's building a defense. That's something that would protect against glaives. Protect against fleas. But he also has these glaives in the base. So I feel like, yeah, getting one turret maybe, if you're afraid of fleas. He loses his glaive here, but it scouted the enemy, so that's good. So I feel, yeah, you can build the defense if you want to feel a bit extra secure. But really, you should focus more on economy on this map, I think. Like, he's making a lot of glaives. And it looks like Brian Freeman is gonna try to go around. He's also focusing quite a bit on... he also made quite a bit of raiders. Personally, I prefer to go for a very economic start on this map. But yeah, he has his commander on high priority, it's nice, so he focuses on building up these mixes in this expansion first, and this con as well. Yeah, and did he spot? Yeah, he spotted these glaives here with the radar here from the commander. So he knows they're coming, and he made a reaver just in time. So yeah, that raid is probably not gonna do much. Yeah. 2 glaives down, and he's gonna be counter-raiding himself. Yes. And how does it go? His units are spread out, so they're running one by one. That's kind of bad. So yeah, he killed... lol, friendly fire, friendly fire. That Rocco is a traitor, imposter. Like, will he get something done? These glaives are standing by, so maybe he can get down this Stardust before it gets done. Not quite, he switches target to this glaive. So yeah, not very successful raiding, but yeah, his opponent wasn't very successful either. But yeah, you still only have a 1 con on this map. Like, you can basically spam cons on this map. Like, these rockers, they're not good at anything at this point. Like, what are you gonna do to use them for? They're mostly good at pushing, if you want to push the enemy commander or push like light defenses, they're pretty good. Or if you want to kill like enemy reavers or Zeus, they're pretty good. But otherwise, they're useless against raiders, and they're gonna take a lot of time to reach the other side of the map. So I really recommend going for more conjurers on this map. And now you're also starting to excess metal for a little there. Yeah, you're still accessing a bit, not very much. And you can see you're ahead in metal produced, but you're still behind in metal used. So yeah, you accessed a little bit there. But yeah, you should really be out. Like, you can have conjurers just reclaiming on this map. These rocks are really good. You can hold control and draw in there like this, and would only focus on these rocks. When you reclaim this rock, you will get like 5 energy income and how much? And like 3 metal income. So it's really good to reclaim these rocks. No, like 2. Yeah, like 2.5 in energy, metal income, something like that. And yeah, so you should be building the X-Meths and building wind generators up here and stuff like that. Let's see, so yeah, these Rockos, they're good against a Stardust. They can outrange it just barely, but right now they're just standing there. And it looks like this warrior is gonna have no problem cleaning those glaives up. They're just running in, not really at the same time either. So yeah, glaives really lose to a reaver like that if they're not going, like, they need to basically surround him and go from several angles to be able to kill one. And now you're gonna go into the range of the Starlight. Will he get it in time? yeah, you get it, but you lose the Reaver. That's so. Yeah, if you had gone up here, maybe you didn't saw it. If you had gone up here, you could probably like have used the Rockos at full max range without losing anything. Although the commander might have intercepted that, but still. Yeah. So here the Rockos are pretty good, because now they're gonna kill this warrior, this Reaver, I think, unless they keep missing. And here comes the glaives. That's a bit too few glaives, like 5 glaives is not enough to kill a commander. So yeah, they're not gonna do much damage to him. Well, they do like 1/3 of the damage. Yeah, you really want to have like 10 glaives when you're trying to engage a commander. Like, I mean, this is kinda 8 against a commander on 70%. That's just barely enough to kill it. Maybe you will be able to get it here. But you kinda come in, you wanna come in as a group, almost clumped up against a commander that doesn't have AoE. This commander does only lasers, so yeah. And it looks like you're gonna get it, so it's gonna be enough of damage there. Oh, and he didn't even finish. Oh, yes, he finished the Stardust. So yeah, now that's a good, nice trade for you. And you're keeping up the expand behind this, so that's good. Yeah. So at this point, it's good to have Ronins against defenses in that sense. And here, yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, you did some damage there, but now you're sacrificing your units a bit. Yeah. But really, you're accessing metal again, so if you're looking at metal, yeah, you kill the enemy commander, made the enemy commander lose a lot of metal, but you're still accessing quite a bit right now, so you need more build power around this factory. Also, a thing to consider is that Cloakybots units are so cheap, like the Ronin and the Glaive, that if you're spamming them and just using caretakers, they're not going to be building at full efficiency. So you probably want to build an extra plate if you're going to keep building Glaives and Ronins when you have this much metal income. Because, yeah, it takes a little while for the unit to leave the factory, and it takes a little extra while for the caretaker to start building on the factory. So yeah, if you're just building glaives at like 40 or 60 metal per second, it's gonna be really slow down, and your caretaker's gonna waste a lot of time. So then it's good to have some like extra plates instead, and they can be building glaives purely or something like that. Now you have an idle conjurer here, and yeah, there's really no reason that you shouldn't expand here. Like, if you're scared of them having glaives here, like raiders here, you can have a glaive scout out or build a radar up here and then one there, and you will be pretty safe in this area that there's no enemies here. So yeah, you're really wasting a lot of time here not building, but you're also haven't built up any more energy, and that's pretty bad. Because these winds, this is not enough wind. Even there's pretty good wind on this map, like 0.8 up here, 0.7. That's really good wind here, and here we get 1 to like 1 minimum wind. That's very, very, very good. So if you build wind up here, you should also build this metal extractor, and you have a metal extractor there. Yeah, you can see your commander here. Here's a question: you maybe should start building defense, but there's coming in civs. Like knights. I'm not sure if you know that. If you know that, you should be retreating now, because you don't have enough defense to deal with knights. If you send up the glaives to help you, maybe you can save your commander, but at this point it's looking pretty bad for the commander. You're gonna send it now. Will your commander retreat in time? There's also a warrior there that might be able to deal with the glaives efficiently. Or will he get there in time and save it? Ah, you get it down, so you might just be able to save your commander. It's gonna be close. Ah! Oh, so close. Oh! Ah! Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, you have that repair on that commander that saved you there. So yeah, you have what? Yeah, I like to get an auto repair on the commander. I usually do it after he takes some damage. But yeah, if you're gonna be pushing, it's quite slow to like repair a commander with the conjurer. So yeah. So that was a nice save of the commander, but you're still not like expanding here. Building the radar here helps a little bit, but you're still not seeing this area like you see the line here. So yeah, you really want to build it up on high ground here, like, yeah. Radars are blocked by terrain, so yeah. And you started building there, so yeah. Yeah, but you lost a few units here, so yeah, you can check value kill here. I think you should be up ahead, not much. Yeah. So if you look at why is he going ahead of you in production, like metal produced, you are about even, but metal use, oh, that's a big difference. Oh, you excess 2,000 metal while that was going on? Oh, that's a lot. So yeah, don't excess metal. Now you have enough caretakers. Right, you still don't have enough energy. You really need more energy. Like if you check the energy income here, yeah, you can see that you've been on the same income for like, I don't know, a long time. It's just random, the wind is random, so yeah. Yeah. So at this point I think he has a larger army than you. Yeah, oh, twice the size of the army. That's pretty like hard to fight against. Yeah. So you were doing some pretty good fighting, killing the enemy commander and such. And like slowing the enemy down. But now you gotta like expand. Like your idle Khan was idle here for a long time. And yeah, you're finally taking this mix. Finally. So yeah. Now you're gonna take that mix. And now he's gonna use his army advantage to go up this hill. And you can see, can you see this on the radar? Yeah, you can see here on the radar. So let's see, yeah, you're gonna try to go in here. And that's a pretty good choice, but the enemy has built a lot of stardust that's gonna prevent the raiding from glaze, basically. So yeah. And this seems like a nice flank. If you had run down here, you wouldn't have run down into the warrior, and you might have gotten all of them. You still get quite a bit of them. So still a pretty nice trade, I'd say. And you're gonna bomb his factory, I guess. But you can see here that the Stardusts are doing quite a number. Oh, and even the sniper hits once. So yeah, what? Yeah, Stardusts are kind of nasty to ear. So 2 units drop their bombs. Yeah, that's not gonna destroy the factory. Yeah, that's how good Stardust can be at AA. Would you have a good approach here? I guess this angle would have been a good approach. So, if you had scouted first, but if you were scouting first, you might give away that you're that you're having ears. So yeah, it's a risky position to scout. Like you could just morph one of these radars into Sparrow, just before you just before you go in, and send it in before you go in. And here you're gonna send pure glaives. And yeah, at this point, Ronins would be pretty good against this. They would outrange the knights and they would outrange the warriors. And the enemy glaives, yeah, you could deal with them with your own glaives. But Ronins would be better here to counter this. But instead you're sending the Ronins to the middle of the map. Yeah. Yeah, now you're sending some Ronins to try and counter these. But yeah, at this point you're getting really a bit far behind in economy. And yeah, the Ronins are not in a good position because of this terrain. And you get a decent stun in. That's gonna enable you to kill the warrior. That's a way you can use, like if you have air, it's pretty good to use the Thunderbird like that. Yeah. Oh, they're trying to chase it down, like they're kind of bunched up. Will they even get all of the knights? Knights have a lot of HP. Not quite. Yeah. So yeah, you asked for how you deal with defenses like these. It wasn't really these defenses that are making you lose. It was more that you were accessing so much metal. Like Ronins are pretty good at dealing with defenses, like Stardust and Lotus turrets and yeah, pickets. Yeah. And your air switch too didn't do much. Like you tried to bomb their factory, but you flew over all these Stardust and only 2 reached them. So your air has not been utilized very well. And that energy stall, yeah. Have you fixed the energy stall? You build a fusion reactor. You don't need to build a fusion reactor on this map. Like wind generators are so much better on this map. So yeah, you should really stick to wind generators rather than building a fusion, and use this high ground to build winds as well. That's a really good position. Huh, and your commander is out on a walk and is gonna take these mexes. I guess that's fine. There's a lot of AA built here. A bit unnecessary, but okay. Like, you could probably have pushed up here with the Ronins. Like, he didn't have anything here, he had his Stardust, that wouldn't have done much. Yeah, as you can see, like, yeah, he had some AA here and even the Stardust helped. Yeah, and you still haven't cleared up this area and tried to start retaking it, so yeah. You're pretty far behind economically at this point. Yeah. A Dante is always a good choice against cloaky bots. It basically counters the whole factory. Like, if the enemy has snipers, you can use the napalm salvo to shoot missiles against the snipers, and you will probably hit some and scare them away or kill some. So the napalm salvo was really good against phantoms. And if you keep the distance to Zeus, you're basically untouchable. Like, you can kite them, basically. Like, the Dante is just a little bit faster than the Dante. And your commander was in range of this stinger. Is it still in range? I don't think so. Yeah, at this point you seem a bit lost, like you're letting the enemy even rebuild here. But yeah, you're pretty far behind at this point. And your commander is gonna walk into the stinger. But he might get away. Your enemy chose to go for a gunship. So yeah, let's see how your enemy deals with this Dante. Like, there's no easy counter. Like, what's the best counter he has right now? Probably like Nuts. Like, Nuts, getting a lot of Nuts and stunning Dante. If it's alone, it's pretty effective. If it has like little support. So yeah. But otherwise, like, this Dante should be able to like skirmish warriors like the Reavers and the Knights. And yeah, it will take a bit of damage from the Phantoms and then the Slings perhaps, but yeah, you can handle that quite well. So yeah. Like, if you get a napalm salvo in the middle of this, that would kill a lot of units. And the snipers are at fire's will against radars, so they will miss. That's your first kill for the Dante. Let's see how you manage the rest of the shield wall. Oops, you started burning yourself. It's not too nice. Yeah. So you send a napalm salvo against all these units, and you can see how far you're hitting it. You didn't hit the snipers, but you still hit the slings. That can be pretty nice, but you still took a lot of damage from the snipers, so at this point you would consider like retreating and repairing it. Like generally you have to repair a Dante to be cost effective with it. Nice follow-up by brianfreeman to kill off these lone Ronins. And yeah, you're going up against snipers. Like, they're gonna do a number on you. Like, if you continue, you cannot continue against in this situation. You need to retreat. Do you even know where the snipers are? Yeah, it's gonna die against the snipers now. That's kind of sad. Yeah, the Stardust and Brawler finished off the Nimbus. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're facing, just in general, you usually need to repair a Dante to make cost with it. If you're going against defenses, even light defenses, you're gonna take damage. If you're going against snipers or artillery, you're gonna take a bit of damage. Ronins, enemy skirmishers, you're gonna take a bit of damage, but you can kind of skirmish back with the napalm salvo. So yeah, you should be really careful with the Dante against shield cloak bots, and it's a real hassle to deal with for the other side if you just keep repairing it. Yeah. So remember to build enough energy, and remember to use your metal better, so you don't excess your metal. And remember to expand faster as well. And winds are really good at this map. Just spam winds on this map. You can even consider overdriving. Just draw lines of winds between the mexes. It's a good idea on this map. Yeah. See you next time.